Hey, third gen owners, I just wanted to do a quick review of some seat covers that I threw on my O2 SR5 third gen 4Runner. I know a lot of times I had the leather seats to begin. They seem to wear out a lot over time. Just want to give some options here because I had looked into replacing them with the actual leather seat covers. There's all kinds of options you can get fairly cheap on Amazon and eBay and some other sites as well. But when I looked into it, those may be a little cheaper, but they're definitely going to be a lot more work in the long run. So I wanted to show you an option here. These I purchased through Caltrend. I'll throw the link in the description if you're interested. They have a lot of different varieties, but I ended up wanting something old school that I thought kind of matched the interior, exterior, maybe went with the year a little better, but I really like these saddle stitch covers that are on there. They're neoprene on the sides, but then the middles are the saddle. Super easy to install. Just kind of start with the bottom. You put the bottom part on first. There are 3 bands that go across the bottom, 2 or 3, I forget. Um, they just snap the bottom with a couple plastic clips. The tops slide over, and then in the bottom there's Velcro that just wraps around. I was going to do an install video on those, but I mean, it's pretty simple. It doesn't take much to figure out. But I just wanted to kind of show an option here if you didn't want to spend hours and hours taking apart your seats and putting them back together with the leather. Um, I didn't get a cover for the center, the armrest here. Actually had an extra piece left over that I was able to cover it, which I put in a video on how I put it together, just to have something that kind of matched because the leather was shot on that as well. Back seats were pretty easy to take apart as well. Just show you here. Got some junk in the back. You pull these up. You just start with the. I think I start with the top. I think I started with the back. Again, you just slide it over. It's got a couple clips that wrap around the back to hold those secure. This piece you put over tight, and as you can see, you've got got 3 straps this way, 1 this way. Just tighten those down. I probably could tighten them down a little bit more snug to hold everything together, and then um, yeah, once you put it back together, you just gotta make everything nice and taut. But see, the back of the seats do have a little pouch sewn into it if you want to store things in there. Um, Headrests. They give you 2 different options for headrests, so I ended up having a bunch of extras. These bigger ones fit a little better for the front than the ones that they give you for the rear. I mean, these are a little bit smaller, but these just go over the top, Velcro in. These you'll have to mess around when you put the back of the seat on. You'll have to mess around with getting over the clips here that hold the headrests in place. It takes a little bit to work and stretch and pull that over, but in the end, it's fairly easy. Um, but yeah, I think it's a pretty good option. I don't remember price on it. I think for all 4 seats together, maybe it was around 400 bucks, but then a lot of times they offer discounts so you can get a little bit of a cheaper rate on those. I think I got them for like 30 or 40% off from some holiday sale. But I mean, that's what you end up with. I think it's pretty good. Looks pretty good from the outside. Um, we'll see how things hold up in the end, just because where that saddle stitching is, I do notice, I mean, after having these on for a couple months, some of these edges, the material, you can see how it's kind of pulling out a little bit where things were cut and then stitched together. Um, so hopefully those hold up over time. I mean, the worst that happens is, I guess, in a couple years, I rip these things off and do replace them with the full leather replacements and take all the time and effort to do so. But that is it for these seat covers. Have any questions, throw them in the comments. Like I said, pretty easy install. Should hold up pretty well. Looks pretty good, I think. Till next time.